Good morning, everybody. This is Nori Maki. After a night's sleep and giving the schmooze a chance to think about it, they finally dropped me my sword. Funny thing about this sword is that looking at the stats, you don't think it's particularly good. When you read the description of it, countless blades dice the enemy. So I'm going to go ahead and equip it, and the rest of this game is now going to be just cakewalk because of that. You just basically run through the rest of the game like this. Now, they're probably going to drop it like 100,000 times after this, so it'll be kind of funny in the overall scope. But now it's time to go have some real fun with this game. As you can see, nothing can stand in your way at this point. It's awesome. It's the best sword in the game, as far as I'm concerned. If you ever get it, just remember, even the odd card sword doesn't even stand a chance at this thing. So you definitely want to have the sword if you can get it. It's not particularly strong, but the amount of damage it deals out in, one swing pretty much just says game over. And I'm apparently now going to go in circles for a bit because I got to remember exactly what direction I need to go in from here. Go down, not up. And definitely going to be saving it because that was hours of work trying to get that sword. The drop rate is extremely low, so there's a reason that sword does have a low drop rate because seriously, the game becomes way too simple after that point. Don't care. Map coverage for this, I'm telling you. Ooh, I got lunch egg, not a lunch, just lunch egg. It's like those combo meals you get when you go to the Chinese restaurant. They have like lunch A, lunch B, lunch C. Nope, totally not worth it. Nope, definitely not. And other than one little patch of coverage, this particular part of the design is completely done. So we'll be heading out and back up to the outer wall. And continuing on. You'll notice obviously that there's a lot of levels that drop at this point. You know, the monsters do actually scale up pretty high in the upside down castle, so once you do make it here and you start going through it, you realize that holy cow, I really don't have as many levels as I thought I may have. All right, right along. Okay, I believe I've got a mini boss fight here. This guy's like a Frankenstein guy with a giant hammer, if I recall. Oh yeah. And just like that, he's down. See why this sword's totally worth the time invested to get it. And pardon me while I save quite a bit. We do have a propensity to die a lot in this show, so I don't want to backtrack too far. It's kind of annoying when that occurs, so usually just do anything I can to make sure that if anything does go wrong, because bad things do happen in this upside down castle quite frequently, that we're not going to lose too much progress. Just a precautionary measure. Hadouken skeletons. And that just kind of reiterates my point about leveling in here. You are not as strong as you think you are, Padawan. cool part is you don't have to duck to hit things on the ground either. It's a nice sweeping arc. All those things that you used to have to duck down and shoot diagonal for, no longer an issue. Ouch. Yes, those traps do hurt like a son of a bitch. The reason they put you full levels in this place because you definitely need them based on what's going on throughout the entire freaking play. So it's a little crazy from a damage perspective. As you can see, I'm maybe being a little too brazen with my sword here. Wow, that was weak. What did Funche give me? That's even worse. Just being a little cautious here. Whatever sound you guys would come to hate that guy, he always sits there and taunts you like, come here, yeah. And he laughs at you if he hits you. Really annoying. obviously this would not be an issue if I put the spike breaker, but need the additional damage reduction based on the wall armor at this point. And you remember that as a boss earlier. They now become just a standard monster in the Upside Down Castle. However, there's the first piece of the Alucard armor itself. This actually can be good for the time being. The Womp armor will obviously eclipse it later as I get more map coverage, but for now, putting that on probably is justified just because it is a slight increase. Dodging Medusa heads and that's kind of fun. I'm kind of playing the opposite pattern that they are and what would really do effectively, I think. Well, yeah, you can accidentally discover secrets in the original castle when you're on the Upside Down. I did not know that that's what was here. This sword will show you just about everything. On pure accident if you're lucky. If I have a boss fight here, nothing changing zones by the look of it. This must be the cathedral, I think. Yes. I think I missed a boss fight back here, so probably I would have been going the other direction. Yep, I did. Backtracking for a minute. I guess we'll catch you on the next episode, but just be ready for more pwnage.